Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today, we're on the test server here, and we will be taking a bit of a deeper look into the brand new faction, the Argonites. So, I'm going to put together a couple of these champions here. Some of them I've never made a showcase for them yet. I figured I'll put a couple of them together in this one video just to show you guys exactly what they can do. But I want to put them together as a team. So, we're going to assemble the Argonites and we're going to bring them into Teleria and see what they can actually do. So first things first, let's jump in and take a look at our team here. All right, so first things first, we got probably the captain of the Argonite team, the Storm Herald Hekaton. This guy is absolutely insane. He's definitely top tier in terms of a Void Legendary you can get in the game nowadays. He's crazy champion for PvE, PvP. I did a showcase on this guy, so you guys want a dedicated look at him. Make sure you guys check him out in the tab somewhere here. But yeah, he's basically a defense-based damage dealer. We got him in defense, damage dealing stats. He doesn't need full crit rate if he has more buffs than the enemy. I mean, you guys can build him with no crit rate or whatever, but just for consistency's sake, we do have him with 100% crit rate. His A1, probably one of the most busted A1s in the game right now, especially if he fills this condition. It's going to be an AoE, provoke, enfeeble, absolutely insane A1. And it has a chance to be irresistible, so even crazier that way. His A2 also very good. Single target smack here, ignore 50% of the target's defense through Stone Skin as well. And he self buffs, and he brings the Storm Call stacks on all allies, which is super strong. His Storm Call stuff is crazy. And he has a single target counter attack buff, crit rate, and block damage, and a huge turn meter boost for your whole team on a 3-turn cooldown. His passive is nuts against boss content, PvE content, because it deals enemy max HP and basically means anybody on your team that lands crits is just going to be doing insane amounts of damage. Obviously, they need the Storm Call buff, but he brings that as well. And then he also brings speed in all battles. He's a crazy powerhouse damage engine here for PvE and for Arena as well. Very strong champion. Void Affinity as well. The next champion on this list is going to be Kebaron, the Under Flame. Not a lot of content on this guy so far. He's going to be one of the brand new champions, of course, that was just released. He's an attack-based damage dealer. He's going to need accuracy in his kit because he does land HP burn, unfortunately. I mean, fortunately, unfortunately. And yeah, just based off his kit here, he's got an A1 decreased defense. He's got this cheeky conditional attack here if the HP burn activates on the enemy. So he has a chance to come in with the A1 and decrease defense. It's kind of nice. His A2 here, also very strong on a 3-turn cooldown. It's a double hit, places Death Brand, which is basically if they're under Death Brand, they die. It's like a block revive. We'll ignore unkillable and shield buff and 25% of the target's defense. This just happens. It's unconditional. This is really nice. Unkillable is one of the harder kind of survivability buffs right now to deal with. Like I've seen more things to deal with block damage recently than there is to deal with unkillable. So Kebaron here can do that. It also activates this champion's A3 ability if the target is killed. If the target survives, fills this champion's turn meter by 50% instead. So pretty good against PvE. I mean, you get a big turn meter boost because you're not going to kill a lot of stuff. But if you do, you get to activate his A3, which is going to be an AoE attack with an increased accuracy buff. It's going to be placing the HP burn on everybody on a 3-turn cooldown. And then you also give this champion some crazy amounts of turn meter when landing the HP burns, which is kind of nice. He also has survivability in his passive as well. So his active effect, 4-turn cooldown, it gives him a delay effect on this champion whenever they receive a fatal hit. So basically, it keeps him alive with a delay effect on him. But basically, the delay effect means that he takes that damage after, so 1 turn later. So he will die. He just will die the turn later. But it also gives you a chance to out heal that effect, or out reduce or out mitigate that effect, the incoming damage that's going to come to you. So it's a cool cheat death. I wouldn't say it's like crazy or anything because you still kind of die if you're just by yourself. If you have no way to keep yourself alive, but it's nice. It's nice. Cheat death ability. He has a passive effect here. It heals the champion by 20% of their max HP whenever HP burn is activated on the enemy. This is actually pretty clutch because his stats are actually quite low, and building him with any kind of survivability is very tough. So giving him a nice little bit of healing here is very appreciated. And then he does drop a little bit of True Fear as well when HP burn expires or is removed, which is a cool passive. It just passively happens, no cooldown or anything like that. So that's nice. He's not crazy top tier. He doesn't have the stats to do it, but he can do a little bit of work, a little bit of debuffing, a little bit of CC, a little bit of damage. After that, we have Glorious Pallas. I love this champion. I think she's absolutely amazing. In terms of non-void, non-mythical supports, she's definitely like top 5, top 3 maybe for me. Very, very strong champion. Great kit overall. She got an A1, bring in a random attack from an Argonite faction. Allies, very strong, kind of like Mikage and Ninja, Mikage and whoever, Toshiro. Very, very strong. As we get stronger and stronger Argonites or more Argonites, we can find, the best combo, right? Obviously, her with Hekaton is crazy. Also has a team-wide heal of 10%, which is very good. Very, very good. A1. A2, 3-turn cooldown, full team cleanse, block debuffs, and fervor. Fervor gives your guys 10% more damage and 10% reduced damage coming in. So this is very, very strong cleanse, team cleanse. And then she has a team revive on a 4-turn cooldown. 50% HP, 50% turn meter with strengthen and increased speed as well. Very strong. The best thing, the thing about her is that she doesn't bring turn meter boost, right, in any of her abilities. But wait, her passive has turn meter ability. Every time she takes a turn, your allies get 15% turn meter. It's crazy. And she also brings a shield as well whenever an ally receives a debuff, 20% of their max HP for that shield. Great passive, turn meter boosting all the time. So you can imagine this is a full team cleanse with all these buffs plus a turn meter boost. Crazy ability. Crazy. Full team revive, strengthen, increase speed, turn meter boost. Crazy. Now, the worst thing about her kit, resistance in all battles. It's also a small resistance in all battles as well. So this is the absolute worst part about her kit. Great base stats as well. 109 base speed. Amazing, amazing support champion. So she's going to be in here. I got 9-piece Mercurial on her. I kind of built these champions to be able to handle PvE and PvP without any kind of gear swaps. So obviously you can optimize a little bit here, but I put her in 9-piece Mercurial, generally supports very, very good with 9-piece Mercurial. But I think for her, you could make an argument to gear her kind of like maybe one turn Stone Skin with a Relentless set. That would be really fun because she gets those extra turns, you get the turn meter boost. I think that'd be really, really good for her. Kind of like how Marichka is like really good with Relentless as well. So for her, just make her fast, no accuracy needed. Obviously fully booked and all that stuff. None of our champions I equip with relics or blessings. We're just going to use them straight out of the box. I can go over the masteries here real quick. So Hekaton, like I said, we have a full showcase on him. It's the same build, same masteries here. Helm Smasher, of course. We want the lasting gifts for the extra turns on his buffs, which is crazy. Kebaron here, no relics, no blessings. He's going to be a Helm Smasher. He does bring a little bit of debuffs, so you want the Master Hexer for the extension on the debuffs here. And same kind of thing, Lethal Stone Skin just to handle PvP. Pallas, like I said, you don't need Mercurial for PvE content. You can just gear her with whatever gear. She doesn't need accuracy. She's amazing. No relic, no blessing. And we went with timely intervention, basically like reviver masteries, just turn meter boost. You get some lasting gifts, extra turns on the buffs and stuff. If you guys were to choose masteries and blessings on these guys, the top masteries right now, the top blessings right now is going to be Lightning Cage, Intimidating Presence, the Banner, or Soul Reap. Not Soul Reap, Life Harvest. Life Harvest. If you're going for damage, Soul Reap's a good one. Crushing Ren's a good one. You might even make like Heaven Cast work. Cruelty is not bad on some support champions. So there's some choices here. It's not a bad spot for blessing choices right now. You could even go polymorph in like, some spots. Brimstone's okay for, PvE content, of course. Nature's Wrath, pretty good for high debuff champions in longer fights, like Hydra, for example. But yeah, if you just kind of stay on those kind of blessings, you're going to be in a decent spot. In terms of, relics, damage relics are good. Wand is still kind of pretty good standard. Legendary relic, of course. Giving some kind of cheat death is not too bad. For example, if you have like Aspect of Suroth, it's not a bad relic. It's still okay. You can definitely use it and stuff like that. Any of the cheat death ones are going to be decent. For the support champions, you could even go with a Perch Shadow here for Glorious Pallas. Basically, any extra turn stuff for her is going to be absolutely amazing. So you can go Perch Shadow, do the A1 over and over, get those extra turns, get more turn meter boost. It's just going to be crazy. Hekaton here. You can go for damage, but he deals tons of damage already. Perhaps something like Aspect of Suroth, something that keeps him alive so that he has a chance to come back in with the block damage could be actually pretty good. So anyways, that's just a quick rundown here for these champions. And then we have Pelops the Victor. So we're running Pelops here. He's the ongoing fusion that's happening right now. He's actually quite good. He brings good support, good damage as well. Kind of single target-ish on both his abilities, so it's not the best, but he does perform quite well. HP burn, petrification on his passive, which is really good. Magma shield, very good. You actually take down like hard Fire Knight stacks with this. So it can be very, very interesting. Also brings a bit of team mitigation here with his passive. A2 hits quite good, 50% ignore defense if they have HP burn, can really, really slap if you get this set up. And he's got an A1 decrease attack here as well. He's a decent champ. I got him built over here for damage, HP based damage. Decent stats on him. No stone skin. He's just gonna try to get him to smack. Just, obviously I don't have the accessories and stuff to make it all work because it's a brand new faction. I don't have accessories for a full team of stone skin, so it's just gonna have to make it work. And lastly, I'm gonna throw in a rare Acolyte of Slither. This guy is top tier for a rare champion, guys. Make him fast. Give him extra turns if possible. Really, really solid champion. He does require a little bit of accuracy. He does have a decreased speed here. It's a small one, but his abilities are amazing. He got an A1 triple hit turn meter reduction. And then he has the AoE decreased speed here. It's a 75% chance, so it's not like perfect, but it's really good. He's got decreased speed, and then it got a team heal as well in a 3-turn. And he's got 3-turn increased speed with another turn meter boost, with a turn meter boost here. Sorry, this is a heal. This is a turn meter boost. And then he has speed and dungeons here. It's a pretty small speed aura, but hey, he's a rare champion. So in terms of masteries, we did go down to kind of reviver masteries here, timely intervention. You could go for like War Master or Giant Slayer for some extra damage. Similar to Apothecary, I think, in terms of like goatness, how strong he is. But honestly, I think he's probably a little bit better than Apothecary because he does bring the decreased speed. He does bring a decreased speed, which is absolutely amazing. And his A1 is, significantly better than Apothecary. So, yeah, and he has really good base stats too. 107 base speed on a rare champion, guys. Absolutely, absolutely nuts. All right, enough talking. Let's get into some content and see how well this team has performed. All right, Argonites assemble. There's our team. We're throwing them into the Iron Twins. Let's see how well they perform. No speed tune, no nothing here. Just going to throw them in and watch the mayhem. Now, these guys, there's a lot of stuff going on, but these guys are really, really strong. Obviously, Hekaton, he's going to be the crazy carry here, but all these guys are really strong. So we got 2 different damage dealers here. We got the HP burn Kebaron, and then we got the single target smacker with Pelops. And then the magma shield is obviously going to be really good. A little bit of reflex stuff there going on. We got decreased speed from Acolyte, and then we got increased speed there as well. Pallas does bring increased speed, but we can't use the A3 unless somebody dies. So we can't rely on that increased speed from her. But yeah, she's crazy. She's crazy. Her A1 brings damage. We have 3 damage dealers on this team. And yeah, she just brings tons of support, tons of everything, healing, shields, and all that stuff. Just watch the mayhem here, guys. This is Iron Twins, no speed 2, no nothing, just throwing them all in there. Look at that big hit. Pelops actually, when I was playing with Pelops in this kind of run, it actually definitely impressed. So there we go, just checking out the damage there. Pelops, big damage. Hekaton, obviously big damage as well. But yeah, he's crazy in the single target situation. So we're gonna move around Teleria here. We're gonna go to hard 10. Ice Golem hard 10, guys. All right, let's jump into it. And then again, no speed tune, just jumping in here. We do have HP burn, which is the preferred way to kill the boss. So that might help. But let's have a look. Try to get through these waves. We don't have the best AoE damage. I find that. Like, yes, Hekaton can do it, but we also don't have AoE decreased defense. It's not like the perfect setup here. So I think perhaps if I wanted to make a pure dungeon team, I would bring maybe another AoE damage dealer. Ideally, somebody with decreased defense. I don't know if this faction has the ability to bring a champion like that. Just gonna double check if they actually do. Cassandra single target as well. Any of the epics can bring AoE decreased defense. Deep Hook? No, they don't. They have a weaken. They have an AoE weaken ability. Dexicos? No, Dexicos doesn't. Yeah, so far nothing. Oh, we do have a rare actually that brings decreased defense, I believe. Slitherer. Sentinel? Yes, it's Sentinel. The current rare Void has a 4-turn 50% AoE decreased defense. I mean, that's just awful. So I don't know if we're gonna bring that into a fight like this. But you guys kind of see there, Kebaron healing up basically to full when the HP burns trigger. It's kind of nice. It's passive, right? You see the storm call stacks. They're doing tons and tons of damage. Just pretty crazy stuff. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff. The storm call stuff, the max HP damage from Hekaton's passive is just crazy. Pelop's doing huge single target hits. And then there we go. We got Pallas with the A1 bringing in Hekaton's A1. Just crazy. Fervor, crazy damage as well. 10% extra damage. The Ice Golem is death branded. So when he dies, he can't revive. But yeah, this is like, because we don't have the AoE damage, it's kind of like they're focusing the damage on the single target ads. So it's soaking up a bit of time here. So it's a little bit of a drag. But obviously, the faction just came out, first release of champions. Not going to have perfect teams ready to go, but this team is really strong. Team's really strong. Decreased defense from the A1. Really nice. Needed that. Smack. Boom. Got big hit there. Look at that provoke and feeble. It's just bonkers. Decreased speed landing. We did block revive that ad. Really nice, actually. Kebaron's block revive is actually crazy good as well. I mean, any kind of block revive. Sorry, not. I guess it's death brand, but yeah, block revive is going to be really good. Big heal there, or big revive save from Pallas. Everybody's back up. Increased speed, strengthen. Shields back up as well if they start landing freezes on us. Yeah, a lot of dancing around right now. But the ads are dead. They're block revived. So just gonna be taking down the boss now. Look at that hit 400, I don't know, 450k or something from Pelops. Pelops definitely can do big damage. There you go. Nice finish there. What did we do here? Pelops with 3.2, Kebaron with 4.7, Hekaton with 7.5. So some pretty crazy hits. Pretty crazy hits. Obviously, Hekaton doing the AoE damage is going to bring lots and lots of damage. All right, heading over to Spider Hard 10. Let's see how well we can do with this team here. Random group of Argonites. Let's go. Not random, of course, but pretty good. Solid set of champions. We got AoE, HP burn, landing, decreased defense there. But we don't have the AoE damage to kill all the Spiderlings right away. A little bit of a drag. See there? If Hekaton hit hard enough, then he would have been able to kill all the Spiderlings, and then would just then did crazy damage against the boss. But yeah, we just don't have the AoE damage dealer here. No decreased defense. Single target smack. HP burn. There you go. Kebaron low on HP, but he's going to heal up here. There you go. Hekaton with the big AoE smash. Magma shield. Extra layer of protection. Increased speed, turn meter boosting. Ally attack going in. Pretty big hits. But obviously the storm call is doing lots of damage too. You see the big red numbers coming off, right? See, look at that big number, 474. That's from storm call, right? The max HP damage. Look at that big hit, 501. 501 damage from the storm call, max HP hit. There we go. But that's going to come from Hekaton's passive, right? So really, really crazy stuff. He's definitely the engine for all the damage here. These guys going to lack AoE damage without him. So I think that's going to be a problem for the faction right now. But they're going to add more and more champions in the future. Looks like about 2-minute run. I think it drags out a little bit longer because they start doing their buffs and stuff, but they should have probably just hit the spider and it would have been okay. But yeah, that storm call passive, every crit has a chance to land the, and it has the ability to hit that big hit, right? So any kind of crit. Yeah, so we missed the kill there because then we were busy buffing, but cool to see these guys in action. Really, really strong. The stuns are coming from the storm call. Stuns are coming from the storm call. Crazy. This little rare is actually really strong. This Acolyte. Very, very strong. 3 minutes on this. Not the best, but hey, just no presets, just throwing them in there. We're going to hop over to Dragon here. Here we go. Start to run. Let's see how well this team does against Dragon. No poisoners on this squad. No poisoners in the faction, really. Will be interesting to see. I mean, it's not going to be hard for them to design Argonites that have poison. It's going to be pretty interesting. But yeah, let's see them go through the waves. Big smack there from Pelops. The A1. HP burns. All that lightning, guys. Crazy. I probably should have pulled for Hekaton. I was kind of close for the Void Mercy, and I was like, it's gonna hold off a little bit more, but taking a shot on this champion is gonna be nuts. I think he's just so critical for this faction. It's just insane. But yeah, he's definitely, top tier Void champion for sure. These champions are doing pretty good though. Like Pelops definitely impressing here. His single target damage is solid. Magma Shield is gonna have a lot of different uses as well. Yeah, you see their big hit. I mean, this rare is also very good too. You can definitely have a bunch of these rares and still do pretty well. They heal each other, turn meter boost. They got AoE attacks, turn meter stuff. Yeah, they can do pretty well. There's a block revive on the Death Brand. Kind of cool. There you go. A1 ally attack going in. The target smacks. Ooh, big hit from Pelops there to finish. All right, against the boss. Let's see how well we do. Decrease attack. HP burns, okay. You won't get affected by decreased speed. Decreased defense there. Big hits. Shields. So now we got Storm Call. So now the crits will do big damage against the boss. Look at those big hits, guys. Even the little rare is doing the big hits with the Storm Call passive. Here we go. Big hit, 350k, crazy. And are we gonna get blasted? Nope. Survived. More HP burns. More Storm Call stuff. Ooh, big hit. Pelops, big hit. 500k. Decrease attack. A lot of buffs happening. And there we go, dead. 3 minutes with this team. Not too bad. Hekaton doing most of the damage, of course, any wave-based stuff. Gonna hop into Fire Knight here with the same team. All right, there we go. I think I'm thinking about placement for the ally attackers. Although I couldn't really figure it out, I think I was fumbling around a little bit here. All right, let's see how well they do. I think this is going to struggle, right? Against the Fire Knight, it's very, very tough. A lot of conditions for this fight. You can't just bring in random stuff. But we do have decreased speed. We have Termier boost. We have increased speed. We have counterattacks. We have ally attacks. Is it enough for hard 10? That's the thing. Is it enough? We have everything, but is it enough to bring down the shields? We have no freeze, so we can't keep the shield down. But can we bring it down, apply decreased speed, and then continually break down the shield so that we can deal damage against the boss? That's the question. without further modifying, any of these champions, right? We're just using the same builds for all this content. Can we do it? Fire Knight, very peculiar with what we need to bring. All right, through the waves in 50 seconds, pretty good. Increased speed, buffs, multi-hit A1s. Single target A1, single target A1, single targets. Ally attack, multi-hit there. Yeah, we couldn't break it. But something that actually worked out pretty well here that really showed off how it worked was the magma shield. So the magma shield, when the boss hits you, actually takes hits from the reflect, which is really good. And that's one extra way where you get hits against the boss if you take a hit. So that's really nice. So we get pretty close a lot of the time against the boss's shield, but we weren't able to actually bring it down fully, which is a little bit of a drag because this team should be able to survive most of the hits. But you can kind of see here, we're not able to get it down. Like, maybe if we had Lady Mikage here, maybe it would make a difference, right? We're pretty close. I think we kind of just gave up here at this point, but pretty close. This dungeon, a little bit too peculiar with what is necessary for the requirements. Can't just bring random stuff. I did have some consideration for this dungeon when I was putting the champions together. Obviously, like, the rare has crazy value in this fight. Very good kit against him, but needed a little bit more from the rest of the team. And you can kind of see we're not able to bring it down. Maybe halfway. Yeah. So I think we duck out here. All right, let's bring the same team into Sand Devil, another very peculiar dungeon. It has very strict requirements on what needs to happen in here. Can we do anything in this dungeon? Let's see. Yeah, we're getting all ready. We're setting everything up, and everybody's dead. So, yeah, we can't do anything against this dungeon. Obviously, like I said, very peculiar requirements to handle it. So, not going to be able to do anything in this dungeon, unfortunately. How about Phantom Shogun? Let's jump into Phantom Shogun and try the same team. And let's see how well we do here. The problem here, I have no doubt this team clears this. No problem. The only problem is none of these champions have any blessings on. It literally needs one champion with blessings on, and I think we're good. But we have no way of bringing down the shades at all. So even if the rare had it, we're good. But no way of bringing down the shade counter. So the shade counter is just going to get higher and higher and higher, and boss is just going to get stronger and stronger. So, but I have no doubt that this type of team just brings down the Shogun very easily. But you do need some blessings, right? So you see we hit the max here with the shade 50 already. So we're just going to get demolished basically instantly. Yeah, there we go. So, but I have no question that this would bring it down. Just needs some blessings. One star, 2-star, whatever. So that's going to be done. All right. After that, we brought the whole team, the whole squad into a Hydra fight, Nightmare Hydra here. Now we had one spot for any champion to support these guys. And the champion I chose was Granite Doorkeep. Basically, Granite gives a couple buffs. He also brings decreased defense AoE and a block buff AoE. We definitely need block buffs on this team to make, reasonable Hydra team. And then AoE decreased defense is definitely going to help just overall damage output. There's some problems with this squad. Obviously, handling like provoke, not that easy if Hekaton's doing all sorts of other stuff before he's doing provokes. Head of Torment could be some issues, like getting feared and stuff like that. Like we do have a cleanser, we do have reviver, we do have damage, but it's mostly single target damage. Hekaton, crazy damage dealer, but we have the other two damage dealers that aren't crazy AoE damage dealers, so could be a little bit of an issue. We have small decreased speed, which is okay. But these guys are also in arena builds, so they're not optimized for this kind of content. So I just kind of threw them in there without changing the builds or anything, just to see what they can do. But But yeah, it's a little bit limited, So just a little bit of gameplay there for you guys. Now, we did run the quick battles a couple times, so you guys can get a general sense of what this type of team can kind of do here. So Hekaton's going to carry, right? He's going to carry quite a bit. He's doing about half the total amount of damage there. We did like 80 million. He did like 45 of that. In this one, 141 million total damage. Hekaton's doing 84 million. You kind of see the damage spread between Pelops and Kebaron there. Kebaron actually doing more damage than Pelops, which is kind of interesting. Granite Doorkeep, he can do some damage, but he's not built for damage. He has a 9-piece protection set on. He's just for support. So we run the quick battles a couple more times. So Hekaton doing about 80. So he's doing about 2/3 of the total damage here. But yeah, he's the big carry, right? And then these two other damage dealers are just not super, super strong. Pelops obviously has a Magma Shield, which is very good for Titus teams, but non-Titus teams, he's kind of not super great. Let's jump into the arena here, and then we'll see what we can do with this squad. This time we're going to pull out the rare, and we're going to go in with the 4 legendaries. See if they can do anything against a team like this. Pretty low expectations, but let's see what we can do here. So we actually go first, which is a little bit interesting. So we got the buff, block, debuffs going up. And then it's our turn. We can't do anything against the Stone Skin, unfortunately, with Kebaron. He has to land block Death Brand to do block revive, and he can't go through the Stone Skin. So kind of stuck there. Pelops obviously can't go over the Stone Skin. And he gets freaking one shot big time. So now it's our turn. So Hekaton, I kind of wanted to do block damage on maybe Kebaron, but I'm like, I'll forget it. We have to revive. It's fine. And the cool thing is we use Kebaron and his Death Brand to shut out this Siegfried, which is actually really cool. Watch this, guys. We'll ignore Unkillable and Shields. Death Brand, pop, gone. Love it, right? He's gone. That's the best. And now we have, Hekaton basically just laying down a hammer nonstop with his A1s, nonstop with his everything. But we have to deal with this nice and 2 really strong supports. So A1, ally attack. Where's it going? Everybody got Unkillable, which kind of sucks. And the A3 here, this is the HP burn. Now, it doesn't really land. He doesn't have crazy accuracy or anything, so it's going to have trouble landing stuff. We get the revive off. This is the single target smack here with the storm call buffs and the increased defense. Do we want to use it now? Kill the Marichka? Killed. Okay. Now Pelops can't go through Stone Skin, so he's kind of stuck, right? This is kind of the big problem here. All right. He has no active abilities, can't go through Stone Skin anyways. So again, stuck. Okay, there we go. Oh, and we get block revived by that Nice. Nice is just too crazy. Revives, block revives, transforms, everything, grows stats. He does everything. Crazy champion. Back in the day, champions just did one thing. Now they do everything. All right, we got the provokes. Provokes really nice, right, guys? Has that irresistible chance. Super nice. It doesn't matter how crazy your support is. All right, now it's Nice versus Hekaton. The thing is, the irresistible provoke and the enfeeble is just crazy strong. A1 going in. Now we use the A2 and pop 100k smack. There you go. Actually, not bad. Actually, not bad. Now, obviously, this team's going to have some limitations here, mainly because if our team gets locked out, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be lights out. You guys can kind of see here. There's only 4 teams available to fight on this test server. I don't know why, but this team would absolutely get destroyed by any of them. So it's just not even a fair assessment of anything. As soon as we get locked out, we're basically done, and we're not the fastest team or anything like that. So just gonna call things off on the showcase on there. So like I said, we were using, just a group of Argonites. Argonites assembled, and they took on Teleria, I think, pretty well. We couldn't handle some of the dungeons with, very peculiar requirements. Sand Devil, Shogun required blessings. We literally have no blessings. And then Fire Knight required a little bit more hits. Pallas, definitely very strong. You know, Kit reads as strong as it sounds, right? It's just a really strong champion. Now, Kebaron actually, I think he's better than it seems. Initially, I was kind of like, pretty down on this guy. But I think he does okay. He does okay. The ability to go through unkillable is very decent. He has a way to survive, which is great. He brings a little bit of CC, brings some HP burn, stuff like that, turn meter stuff, which is really cool. But he's still not top tier for me. He's a decent champion. He's better than what I thought he would be, but I don't think he's going to be top tier or anything like that. Pelops also was very impressive in some of those boss fights. But in terms of just like wave clearing, you know, obviously arena or anything like that, he's just not going to be super great, right? 2 single target attacks, and then he's got some support abilities here. This one's okay. Like, this is okay. Like, the petrification HP burn's kind of okay, but you can't really rely on it. That's the thing. If you rely on 50% petrification to win you the fight, it's really kind of hard to justify that, to bring him into like arena. But it's kind of nice to have it. This ability definitely hits hard, but it requires some setup. And if you don't bring a lot of debuffs yourself, it's not going to hit as hard as it could. Magma Shield, best potentials in Titus teams. We didn't run any Titus here, but still proved pretty good. Proved pretty good, right? Another champion that really shined was Acolyte. Acolyte, really strong champion, you know, somewhere around Apothecary. I would say better than Apothecary, to be honest, because he does bring the decreased speed here as well. And it's an AoE attack. The AoE attack allows him to basically build in like a stun set, and you could have a stunner. You can have a stunner, decrease speed, increase speed, healer, turn meter booster. So yeah, this little rare champion I think is a huge addition to raid in general, because if you're a brand new player and you have like no champions, this guy is pretty massive, right? Triple hit A1 against Fire Knight, early Fire Knight, decrease speed, increase speed, heals, turn meter boosting. Very good champion. He definitely shines here as well. Obviously, I have him in good gear. Relentless is a good option for him to give him extra turns and stuff. Just make him fast. Make him fast. He needs a little bit of accuracy just to align his decreased speed. That's about it. And of course, his turn meter stuff on his A1. But a great little rare champion here. Definitely one of the best in the game. And of course, the star of the show, star of this faction is going to be Storm Herald, right? His crazy passive here, doing the max HP damage. His crazy A1, just doing crazy things, right? Just absurd. Like, you saw how he controlled that Theodosa, controlled that nice, and then he has the big single target smack here. 50% of the target's defense is ignored. Just crazy. And of course, the Storm Call stacks going on everybody. Just, yeah, he's crazy engine. He's an engine for this entire faction. So he might as well have been like a faction unity champion. Like, he's so nuts. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little Argonite assemble kind of video here, just walking through Teleria and doing crazy stuff. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about all this. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Would really help me out. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a video. Appreciate you guys watching until the end. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.